It has been reported that two men have been taken to the hospital as the explosion raises Blackburn House at London Road in Blackburn, Lancashire. I'm going to show you the scene of the explosion. Just watch the video and enjoy.
Good morning, everyone. So we're here at the scene of an explosion which happened here last night in London Road in Blackburn. As you'll see, this was a mid-terrace house. Emergency services were called about 8 o'clock last night after this huge explosion ripped through this terraced house here in the centre of Blackburn, just close to Inkerman Street. As you'll see from the devastation caused by this fire, it is quite dramatic, and obviously you'll see that some of the cars parked outside the property were damaged as well. Now, remarkably, I've just been talking to a local resident who was telling me that two people, in fact, were inside the house at the time, apparently doing some work. One man has been taken to hospital, but his injuries aren't believed to be life-threatening at this time, which is quite remarkable when you look at the aftermath. And obviously it's caused significant damage to the property next door as well. Just take you a little bit closer so you can get a closer look. As you can see, obviously the house was appears to have been occupied at the time. There's furniture in there, a mirror on the wall. The roof has completely gone. You can see actually some metal frame up in the eaves of the house, and you can see as well, obviously, damage caused to the property on this side as well, which is a hairdresser's. It's unbelievable to think that nobody was killed. And we have here some surveyor types who are obviously assessing the damage. No doubt structural engineers of some kind, perhaps. And even as far away as two houses along the row, you've got damage there, even just to the slates on the roof. But the house next door, obviously the windows here you can see completely blown out. And this Audi there, no doubt will be a write-off. Looking at the damage to it. This Nissan here, not quite so bad, but again, obviously a lot of brickwork's fallen onto it. As you can see here, the police are here and the road is understandably partially closed. I'll just take you this way so you can see it from a different angle. So this is in London Road in Blackburn, Beth, and this happened last night. A major explosion at this mid-terraced house next door to this hairdresser's. Obviously you can see there clothing and furniture upstairs just about, and damage, quite a lot of damage has been caused to the neighbouring properties. So the clean-up is obviously going to take some significant period of time. Now we understand that quite a number of properties were evacuated, which I imagine will be the ones inside this cordon here. Obviously there's some cars parked there and you can see the police tape. Yes, Rebecca, as I was just saying there, remarkably, we understand there were two people inside the house at the time, and one man has been taken to hospital, although his injuries aren't believed to be life-threatening, which is quite unbelievable really when you think about the damage and the aftermath here. To believe that two people survived is quite remarkable really. I was just talking to one local resident who heard the explosion. He was saying that he understands that 2 people were inside the house at the time and they were doing some work on the property. Obviously it's going to be a difficult Christmas for quite a few people here. A lot of people coming to take a look at the aftermath. So it's not known for how long this road will be closed, but it will be for some time because obviously they need to make the property safe and assess whether or not these people can go back in their homes as well. Certainly you would imagine the immediate one next door to the left unlikely to be allowed back in because of the structural damage. You can see it on the first floor of the house and the roof, and this one as well. Obviously, as you'll see, we'll still have police and firefighters at the scene, as well as 2 individuals doing some sort of survey or assessment, perhaps, of the structural damage of the house. And it's going to be a big clean-up. Take you back down this way a little bit so you can get a different angle up of it. And as you can see, obviously quite a number of people have come out to have a look at the damage caused. And as I said before, the road does remain closed for this section, this block of houses on London Road. Police will no doubt remain at the scene for some time, just to make sure that nobody goes inside. Obviously the people living in this row of houses had to be evacuated, and it's not yet known when they're going to be allowed back in their homes. So obviously it isn't just the immediate property. So I've just noticed there the logos on these chaps' jumpers. So these guys are from Blackburn with Darren Borough Council. No doubt building control. And as I said before, apparently there were 2 people inside the property at the time. You'll see, if you can just make out there, that there is obviously furniture. Obviously was occupied. Now the chap I was speaking to earlier did say that he believed 2 people were in the house at the time and they were doing some work on the property. That's not been confirmed by the authorities yet. He is a local resident. No doubt the authorities will confirm the cause of the explosion at some point, but that hasn't happened as of yet. It will take some time, no doubt, for them to carry out an investigation. Obviously something of this nature, people are speculating that it could be a gas explosion. But as I say, that is purely speculation at this stage. And 2 people apparently were in the property at the time and remarkably have survived. One chap was taken to hospital, we understand, but his injuries aren't believed to be life-threatening. And as you can see, the explosion has caused structural damage to at least the 2 houses on either side of this mid-terrace, which is number 86, I believe. And as you'll see, all the debris here, and damage obviously to this car parked directly outside the property. So it's going to be a very difficult festive period for the people affected by this, because obviously it's not only the people who were in the house at the time, but the neighbouring properties have all been evacuated as well. They've not even been allowed in to move their cars. So I will leave the Facebook Live video there for now, and we'll bring you the very latest updates on this later in the day as we get them. Thank you.